everyone. I know it's been a while. I've been getting ready to step up my game this week, and I've been foiled. You might notice something is kind of odd here about my mouth, and if I try to smile, I have a crooked smile. See that? My eyes are dry. Kind of feel like I have a cold. Not sure. She'll try to figure that out. Because this eye is drying. Now what's happened is I have total, well not total probably, but facial paralysis on this side of my face. I woke up Saturday morning. My eye was super dry. This one, which is super, super dry. I could not understand. And plus it was at the same time just dripping. So when I woke up, I had all this tears down my face. My husband got up early. He had a men's Bible study breakfast to go to, so he was up, and I woke up and looked at him, said something to him. He was off. I went back to sleep. I had been super tired the night before, so I was feeling kind of like not fully rested. And then he came home around 10:30, 11, and he had brought me some cereal because I wanted cereal. He was up super early to go to that breakfast, and usually he likes to sleep in on Saturdays. So he went to take a nap. It took me a while. I was super hungry, but I went ahead and got up after about half an hour and made myself a bowl of cereal. And I sat down to eat, and I put a spoonful in my mouth, and I noticed I missed. And I thought, that's weird. What's wrong with you? You must be tired. Did it again. It dribbled. I was getting increasingly annoyed. I didn't think anything of it at the time, but I just kept spilling and missing, and I was very frustrated. And then after I ate, I put my bowl away, and I still felt super tired. So I was out in the living room, and I lay down on the couch. Before I knew it, I fell asleep till about 2 o'clock. And at 2 o'clock, I got up, and my eye was super dry again. I noticed that. And I went to the bathroom, and I was going to start getting ready because I thought I have to do something today. And I went to brush my teeth, and again, the dribbling started. I could not brush my teeth right. And then I knew something was wrong. At that point, it woke me up. I was suddenly very alert. And I looked in the mirror, and I gave myself a smile. And I noticed my smile was off. And then immediately, stroke. You've had a stroke. Oh my gosh. I didn't panic, but I was like, something is wrong. We need to go in. And at that point, I went up to my husband and said, honey, something's not right. I think I'm in trouble. I think we need to go to the ER right now. And he said, what's going on? And I told him, I showed him, and I said, but I don't have any other stroke symptoms. Something is weird here. But it does also say, even if you only have one, one of the symptoms, get to the hospital right away. So I kept thinking this still could be happening right now. And he looked at me and he said, it could be Bell's palsy. He recently had a client with Bell's palsy, learned all about it, plus several years ago, many, many years ago, our daughter's 25 now? This is when she was about 6. His boss at the time had Bell's palsy. So we knew a little bit about it, but I didn't even think of that. And I said, oh my gosh, you're right. So I went to get dressed so we could go, and couldn't help myself, just looked it up on my phone real quick, and I had those symptoms: the dry eye, the facial paralysis, the crooked smile. I was sure that's what it was. So we decided to go to urgent care instead to rule out the Bell's palsy. She almost ruled it out. She was thinking along those lines too, but she said, you know what, I just cannot guarantee you that this is not a stroke, and we recommend that we send you to the ER right now, and we want to call an ambulance. And I'm like, no, this is Bell's palsy. I have nothing else going on. This has got to be Bell's palsy. She wanted me to go to the hospital to get a CAT scan to rule out anything going on. We were just down the street from the hospital. It wasn't that far. So we figured it was going to take just as long for the ambulance to come from that hospital area, because they're located there too, to where we were, so we figured we'd just go. I had to sign against medical advice, and then we left straight to the hospital, straight in. She told me exactly what to say because she wanted me fast-tracked. She did not want me waiting in the waiting area. And they fast-tracked me. The nurse came right out, grabbed a wheelchair, put me on it, started asking me questions as we're walking down the hall. We went through the doors, made one right turn. Doctor was right there waiting for me, diagnosed me right there. He's all, okay, do this, do this, do this. I want all this barrage of treatment. Let me tell you some of the questions he asked. He asked me to smile, of course. He asked me to make an angry face. Here's my angry face. You see, my Bell's palsy is affected on this side, so I don't even know if I make a good angry face. He asked me to stick out my tongue. See how it goes to the left? He looked at my pupils. This one was really large and not really doing much, but he was thinking that the eye drops I put in my eyes affected that. He wasn't sure. Oh, and then of course they have you pull their hands and push, and same with my legs, just to check and see the strength of, see if I'm losing strength. The other thing I forgot he did, which was really interesting, I hadn't read this part. It says that the affected side sounds will sound extra loud. He came to my ear and went like this. It sounded normal. And then he came to this ear and it sounded instantly magnified. It was really, really freaky. So, and then that reminded me also that my ear had been hurting. My jaw had been hurting. Yeah, my jaw was really hurting. It wasn't like super duper pain. It was like a nagging pain that just was wearing me out. It was making me very tired. He said, don't worry. He says, I think what you have is Bell's palsy. I don't think you're having a stroke, but we need to rule it out. So let's go get a CAT scan. So he sent me off to get a CAT scan, and then I went to get a chest x-ray. I guess that's protocol. And then we went to my room. They gave me an IV. They took lots of blood, and we just waited till all the results came in, and sure enough, I have Bell's palsy. So this is going to be a longer term healing for my face to get back to normal, if it gets back to normal. The majority of the people do get back to normal, but some don't. So, and it's a small percentage that don't, but I'm really hoping and praying that I'm one of the ones that does get back to normal. So, where we stand right now, the treatments, how to get back to normal. I have 2 prescriptions right here. One is dexamethasone, which is a steroid, and the other is acyclovir, which is a antiviral. They think, I guess, Bell's palsy is idiopathic. That means they don't know what causes it. They think it's caused by a virus. He also said it could be like, he asked about ticks, I've also read that it could be like the chicken pox or shingles, which I don't have either one of those. Okay, so I pretty much determined that I'm going to take the steroid. Whatever inflammation is going down, let's get it down. Let's bring it down and get this face healed up, because as long as that's inflamed, it's doing more damage. At least that's how I'm thinking. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to start taking turmeric to continue this, helping this inflammation problem, whatever's going on. So I've been looking up information on antivirals. I'm choosing not to take those. So I looked up 2 studies, and the difference in studies of people who were treated with just steroids alone or steroids plus antivirals. In one study, the people from age 20 to 40, there was a 4.4% difference. I think that's not enough benefit to risk taking these antivirals, which I know antivirals are hard on your body. So I'm just not willing to take the antivirals. There was also another study that was done from 16 to age 60. Again, one was just steroids, one was steroids plus antivirals, and the difference in that study was 0.5%. So I think I am making a very informed decision right there to take the steroids only in this case. Okay, so that's the medicine that I'm taking then. The other thing is your eye, this eye. You need to keep it covered and moistened. In the day, I can, use my eye. I just need to make sure I put in these drops. These are Refresh contact drops to moisten your eye, which I take on a regular basis as I do wear contacts. That's what I've been using in the day. But I've noticed that the longer I go without my eye closed, my eye just gets really dry. So we bought an eye patch. I haven't used it yet. I don't like it. My eye is still protected, and it's not only protected from like getting hit or me touching it. It takes longer for this to blink, to close my eye. The doctor said that people have been known to rip out their cornea thinking their eyelid was closed when they have this, so that's not something I want. I'm going to sleep with it at night. And I have this. It's the same brand, Refresh. It's liquid gel. So I'll put it in at night and then put this on. And that should help, because what can happen is you can dry out your eye, and there have been cases of people going blind, damaging their eye, and I don't want to do that. What I didn't have this right away last night, I used this. Have you seen this? Medical paper tape. It says gentle paper tape. And so I just used this and I taped my eye down, and that seemed to work really well, but that won't work with the gel. But for a quick thing that I needed last night, that worked. I put the Refresh drops in, then wiped down the outside and put the tape on. And it came off easy almost everywhere except the eyelid. I forgot. The doctor told me not to use Visine. If you're using Visine, he recommended do not use the Visine. Use definitely these type of drops. Okay, and the next thing I have is crucial. Straws, because I can't drink. Everything I drink, I'll spill. So this helps a lot. And I do have to put the straw almost to the top of my mouth to even start drinking, because this side seems to be overcompensating for this side. It makes it very hard to drink. Okay, so other things I'm going to be doing to move forward. As you know, I'm the plant-based mom, so I also eat a plant-based low-fat diet, and this year has been the struggle of my life. I've been on the plant-based diet. This will be my 3rd year. First 2 years were pretty much cake. I did them. Problem is, the weight's not coming off like it's supposed to be. Most people who go on a plant-based diet, within a year, they've dropped a lot or most of their weight. And something's just wrong with my body. I know I have inflammation in my body. My markers were up last time I went in. I should have maybe paid a little more attention to that. I'm supposed to be taking curcumin. Okay, and then I'm going to put my heating pad up against my face and get those muscles just totally relaxed. I'm going to be taking hot showers, again, to get that relaxation going. So B12, that's something I normally take since I'm a plant-based eater. Don't eat any animal products at all, and that's where you would get your B12 from. That is the only vitamin you need to supplement on a plant-based diet. I do take my B12 weekly, but I'm going to step that up while I'm healing through this process. Oh, and the last thing that I can think of that I want to do is, I was going to start like really hitting the exercise this week, but now this has happened and they tell you to sleep a lot. So I think I'm going to just make sure I'm back to walking this week. I'm just going to do a short, maybe 20-minute walk every day. What I want is to get the blood flow going, and for the blood flow to get flowing back through that nerve, and let's just get this regeneration process moving along. I don't think mine is as severe as some are, because I can still feel, and in my tongue I can still feel. One of the doctors pricked me with needles to see the feeling on both sides, and I could feel them both. This side does seem like I feel more of a sensation. I don't feel like the sharpness like I do on this side. And like right now, I am done. I am done talking. My jaw, right here especially, and then this side too, because it's overcompensating for this side. My jaw is just so tired right now. All I want to do is sleep, honestly. I'm just super tired. I just want to get some sleep in. but I wanted to get my thoughts out. I wish I would have recorded at the hospital yesterday. Didn't think about it. Just how we handled the whole thing. We didn't stress out. Okay, we really tried hard to be calm, my family and I. We were concerned, but just what does freaking out do? It just makes the situation worse. I kept making a lot of jokes, just kept trying to make them laugh. We'd be all serious, nobody talking, and I would just say, hey, and they would look at me and I'd go, and just do this crazy smile thing I have going for me now. We laugh a lot in our family. Laughter does help. So if you keep a lighthearted attitude, that will help you through this. It really will. Don't stress. You didn't have a stroke. I am so thankful I didn't have a stroke. I can live with this. And a lot of prayer. Been praying myself through this. And I feel at peace. I really do. I'm just going to roll with the punches here and trust God and just do the things I need to do to get better. So if this is just happening to you, I'm only on day 2 myself. We can go through this together. We can support each other. It's not the end of the world. Just calm down and be at peace, and let's just roll with it. We'll panic when it's time to panic. I'm already feeling flutters in my eyelid. I don't know if that's normal or if that's like regeneration happening or what, but I'm feeling little flutters happening. And right now, from talking so much, I have like this weird headache back here that I've never had. It seems to coincide with my jaw hurting from right up here. So I'm going to end this video right now. Thanks so much for watching. If you just need someone to talk to, feel free to post in the comments. If you want to email me, my email is ginatheplantbasedmom@gmail.com. If you're having trouble being at peace through this, I'm here, especially. So thank you so much for watching. Give us a thumbs up. Maybe we can help some other people with this crazy, mysterious illness. And subscribe. I mean, I haven't posted in a while, but I'm getting back into things. I'm definitely going to post an extra video with the, about the Bell's palsy each week, just to show my progress. So be sure and subscribe and hit that little bell so you know the next time I post a video about this. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.